Yeah, you know what? It is the BIOS on the. It's got to be the BIOS on this motherboard is why I'm having issues because I'm looking. I'm looking at how to use this program to clone my SSD to the new one, and I'm looking at a perfectly healthy partition Windows install here running on UEFI. It's partitioned and set up exactly the way my drive is, so that's not the Windows install. The way Windows is installed is not the fucking problem. Like fucking BIOS. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. It is a beta BIOS, but it's also that's not like I had a choice either because it's the only BIOS that supported all the new shit. So
I hate it when they make you like go like you have to opt into betas that you like don't want to be in because usually they're unstable.
yeah. So MSI, y'all
That's
need to
why they're
fix your
betas because
shit.
they're unstable.
Yeah, exactly. So MSI, fix your shit. Come out with a stable version of that BIOS so I can use that shit already. I mean, I would think they should have come out with something by now, because when did this beta BIOS even come out? I think it came out February, I think. Where is it? Oh no, it came out April 5th. Okay, so it's on, yeah. Oh no, March 5th, not April, sorry. Came out March 5th, so it's just just over a month, so yeah.
Shit.
Okay, I guess hopefully by next month they have a more stable version or something. I hope.
I do. Keyword being hope.
Yeah, keyword being hope.
Stone Hill, more like Stone Fucked, because I fucking hate this stage.
I've heard nothing but good things about Asus motherboards. So
I think
like,
I'm on it. Asus. I think.
I wouldn't be surprised. I've always especially their ROG, the Corsair Hero boards are all really good. I've never heard a single complaint about those boards, so I'm really contemplating switching to one of those.
I have no idea what mine is offhand. I searched it up the other day because I was trying to figure out if I had proper Bluetooth, because I didn't know if my motherboard was the Wi-Fi ones or not.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering if I needed to get a dongle, you know. Wi-Fi
Oh
dongle.
yeah.
So I want to play Wii games, and I need to, for my Wii remote, I need a Bluetooth adapter. So.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, eventually I'll upgrade this board. I mean, but it's working now, so even if it is stuck in CSM, at least it doesn't have to run on Legacy, so it's not like I'm being bottlenecked.
Dinosaur.
Yeah, at least I'm not running on I'm not running on a dinosaur OS, so I'm not being bottlenecked by the OS or anything. It's just inconvenient that I can't run UEFI and I can't run bar, but...
You want to know something absolutely hilarious? When I first installed Windows onto this computer, I installed a really old version of Windows. And suffice to say, my computer was blue screening every 5 minutes.
Oh shit.
Because it just could not support my, good parts.
Oh damn. What do you mean old, like Windows 7 or something, or just an old, like a really old version of Windows 10?
It was a really old version of Windows 10 because it was like a OEM version, Yeah. Like one that I can install on multiple motherboards because I was having issues of constantly having to swap over my what's it called? My hard drives, because one thing would go wrong and then more things would go wrong. Also, I got a clean toasty skip, baby.
Oh, nice, dude. Oh wow, 4-minute flat artisans, not bad at all. I think my best is 405.
Nice. So my artisans are better than you, get fucked, nerd. No, but yeah, no, when I first installed this stuff, because I was still pretty, I'm still not the most literate person when it comes to computer stuff, but I'm much more literate.
Yeah.
So I had no idea what the fuck was happening. And luckily I managed to like swiftly download, like, because there was like a, you know, more or less like a set time. Although you mind. There was like a set time that the computer would stay on before it would like crash, you know?
Yeah.
So I quickly did multiple things where I'd like link my friend on Discord, I'd fucking get open Discord, I'd just download the shit, I installed it at like Mach 5.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in the same boat, really, like what you're saying. Like, I'm not super computer literate, but I'm, like, I feel like I know enough to basically not have problems. I was always really good from the start of messing with computers on figuring out overclocking. Like, that's pretty much the only thing I excelled at, but in terms of actually, setting things up properly and stuff, like, yeah, I'm still learning in that shit for sure.
I think I'm technically slightly overclocked just so my ramps, just so it can like properly use all of my RAM.
Yeah.
So I'm technically overclocked a little bit just so I can do that.
Yeah.
But a lot of computers I know are like that. Like, you need to unlock more or less the amount of RAM usage you have, otherwise it's like a really low amount or something.
Yeah, you pretty much just turn on XMP and you're usually pretty good.
Yeah, I think what ended up happening was my friend gave me a profile to use, and I just downloaded the config and installed like that specific config onto my through the BIOS and shit.
Yeah.
So then they could use a specific profile that like used as much as it could essentially out of my PC.
Oh, nice. Yeah, speaking of XMP, you want to know a funny thing? What a funny thing is about XMP? Back in the day, well, not back in the day. I'm sounding like fucking Kiefer. The olden days.
In ye old days.
Like we had computers in the 1800s or something. But it's not even back in the day. It's just like 2016. Like when the 10 series cards were out. Intel CPUs back then actually, when Intel was still like the leader in CPUs and shit, when you would enable XMP with the older Intels, they would run like crap and they would be unstable and constantly like blue screening and everything. And everyone thought, oh, for years it was a fucking thing until like 2018 or early 2019. For years it was a thing. Like there was even a saying like, friends don't let friends use XMP and shit like that, because like it always fucked shit up and it never worked right and all this stuff. And everyone's like, XMP sucks, it's the devil, don't know why they fucking even include this shit, it's a stupid function, it doesn't work, blah blah blah. Then Ryzen Zen 1 came out, the 2000 CPUs, and those had no problem with XMP, and actually quite the contrary. Those actually loved using RAM speeds up to like 3600, 3800 megahertz. They love that shit. So then, it's kind of, everyone figured out then it wasn't XMP's fault the whole time. It was just
People didn't
fucking
understand how the fuck it worked.
No, it was just Intel didn't know how to set up their CPUs to fucking use that shit. It was all Intel's fault. It was just their CPUs were too shitty to run it. That's what it was.
That's really
So now everybody praises XMP, but back fucking 4 years ago, everybody hated it because they didn't think it worked and they just didn't realize it was just stupid Intel.
That's really funny.
And then Intel's CPUs started playing nice with it after also, so everyone was like, yeah, okay, it was just Intel. Like, for fuck's sake, dude.
Time for my least favorite speedway height, flight, whatever the fuck it's called. This is the hardest one to get down, and even when you do it efficiently, you're still like tense. You still have like 10 seconds, as opposed to like other ones where you have like 30 seconds remaining. They made this one speedrunner.
It's also unusually hard and reignited, actually. I
Yeah,
don't know if
the
you know.
timing is very precise.
Yeah, because Spyro, it's the same time limit, but Spyro does not fly as fast in Reignited as he does here.
This is
And
the
you could
part that
tell,
makes
you
me
could,
hate this specific
oh
place.
yeah, yeah,
This
that,
this turn right here is the bane of
yeah,
my existence.
yeah, it can be a pain.
That
But
was
yeah,
the
like,
best I've ever done that. Even I was talking to Lauren, she was like, "Yeah, I don't know how people like fucking Saboom and stuff do that shit because like it's just we're just like we don't get how they can do it so consistently." Or Chris, Chris LBC and stuff like that. How do they do that so consistently? Because it feels so difficult.
it feels weird, but I usually don't have much of a problem with it either. I get just once you do it enough, you don't worry too much about it
Yeah,
more often.
I haven't really had too much of a problem with it. Like, yeah, I've free fall for like 1 second or whatever, but like it's not like it's like ruined my run or anything. Like it just I free fall for a second.
Yeah,
Like I just had to like save the nearly a second I lost or whatever just to reposition myself. It's just because it's like really tight turning and there's not really tight turning in this game.
yeah.
In general, yeah, because like the tight turning you do in this game is like jump charging back like how I just did.
Imagine if when Spyro 4 comes out, it has tight controls like Spyro 1. I think that would be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. Shout out to all the people that are incorrect and think this game does not have like the best control of the bunch, honestly.
It is I can understand why some think that because it is the most, I don't even know how to say
It's
it.
the oldest, I guess.
I guess you could. It's the most requires the most skill out of the 3 games.
Yet it's much more like precise and to the point, I guess.
It's basically kind of like, I guess to use kind of like either like skateboard or like car logic here. It's kind of like Spyro 1 is like either like a tight handling race car or tight trucks on a skateboard where it takes more skill to be able to control where you're going. Um, versus like like a loose race car where it's easier to drive and it's easier to turn and make it go faster because you don't have to worry about being as precise with it. Like you know, kind of know what I mean? It's kind of like
Yeah. But once you like get this game done, like once you start running it and like you get the feel, like it feels so nice. And this is easily, in at least in my opinion, and most people actually have come around to this. Like even G4, I know he's not like the biggest fan of this game, but even he's like, yeah, I really like when I watch people play the game, it's like insane. He's like, it's insane how tight everyone's movement is. Like it's just so much fun to watch because it's like so stupidly precise.
yeah.
But I could also see why that's like a turnoff for some people. So it's funny too because this is one of like the few any percent games I feel like where you really are doing what the game tells you. You're not doing anything super crazy and glitch-like. Like
Yeah,
it's
no,
literally all about the movement. Like how is your movement? Like there's bike caves. Sure, that's like the one thing that's like really weird. I guess you could say. I saw that coming.
don't stop running before you make that jump. So momentum jump and you'll make it every time.
Yeah, I need to remember that one. I also need to remember to wait till I'm at the top of my jump because sometimes I just don't.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I mean, it's obviously important, but I don't think it's as important as just making sure you don't stop your momentum before a jump like that, because that will help you more than anything. Even if you're a little off on the glide after the momentum jump, as long as you have a good momentum jump, a lot of the time you'll still be good. Okay, that fucker just doesn't want to die.
He never wants to die. I always have that issue with him.
Well, today, right now, he really didn't want to die. He was just juking.
Yeah.
He juked like 2 flames there, son of a bitch.
Honestly, I should have just ignored him, but I was kind of afraid he would snipe me. Bonk. But yeah, I love the control in this game. I'm loving running this game also. Like yeah, any percent can be very, very frustrating because if you are underjammed or if one thing goes wrong, then it feels like it's just like a chain reaction, more or less.
Yeah,
And
like
that
earlier.
that and that sucks.
Yeah.
But it's still really fun. I think that's why I still like overall like prefer 120 is because it just removes that. Like I'm not a top runner, so I don't have to do all these like super specific stuff. Like once I have to do credit skip if I play enough to get to that level, like yeah, that will suck. But probably. But it's like I don't need to do it, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, that's what kind of sucks about me, like, running categories like that, like 120, because I'm like, not
it's
saying
also
I
just
have
a
to
long
do
run.
all the insane tricks that everybody does and stuff, but like,
It's also a long run if you're not a
but
if you
for
can't
some,
do
yeah,
like credit skip and stuff too.
yeah, exactly.
It's like
But
a
for stuff like
2 hour
that,
run.
yeah, for something like that where it's pretty much like a necessity, in my opinion, to use credit skip for any kind of decent 120 run, I can't just not do it, you know? I have to, like, I'm like, okay, I have to learn how to do it before I can even, like, mess around with this category. I have to at least know how to do, like, that important thing.
Yeah, it is a really important thing to do credit skip.
And that's why I still haven't started playing 120 yet, because I still can't figure it out. I'm like, I'm not gonna start even messing with 120 until I figure that out.
Well, the worst part about 120 also too is like not only do you have to learn credit skip, but you have to learn it on a game over because you technically you could do it without the game over, but that's you lose a loading. Oh
Oh
fuck me! You
no!
lose a loading screen.
I thought you
It
saved it.
it's fine. I'm gonna my game time elsewhere. I turned in a little too hard. So.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Sure, I just lost like
Man,
20 seconds, but you know,
it's
I'm
not
getting it
like
back.
like I said before, like one of the, I mean, it's still, I'm always gonna love Reignited, but man, I just miss like, it's just so many little things from that game I miss the most. Just so many, like, even just the classic little silly sound effects like that, like the guys freaking out and running around like
Are you like
ah.
referring to Reignited?
Yeah, the stuff that's like stuff like that missing Reignited. It just, you wouldn't think it would matter that much, because in retrospect, and like compared to like important things like gameplay and stuff, you wouldn't think it would matter if stuff like that was off, but it really does. Just little sound effects missing like that, and the original music in Spyro 2 during the cutscenes, and just stuff like that really adds up, and it really changes how it feels. Like,
I
you
actually
know.
didn't even lose that much time here. Oh my god.
Oh, nice.
I thought I lost like 20 seconds. I lost less than 10.
It was like literally the beginning of Spyro 2 and Reignited, just not hearing the normal like intro music during that cutscene in Reignited for Spyro 2, like, changes how even like just Glimmer feels, you know?
Honestly, the thing that I miss the most in Spyro 2, out of all the changes, or not all miss, but the one thing that baffles me a lot is like the very first cutscene when you leave Glimmer, you don't see Ripto, if I'm not mistaken, and it's really jarring.
Oh yeah, that sucks not seeing, yeah, Ripto right up into the water for the castle, and then you still see moneybags flying out.
Yeah, it's so weird to me.
But
Like,
but that's kind of a thing that I'm surprised they did, because when you think about it, that scene in particular, if you didn't play the original game and you didn't know that, like, you don't see Ripto and Gulp charging into the water to go into the castle there in Summer Forest, you don't even know how Moneybags goes flying out.
yeah,
you,
exactly. It's so
you,
bizarre.
you could just end up thinking like, okay, well, Moneybags just, did he trip or something?
Yeah,
Like,
he Moneybags decided he was done that day.
yeah, like, who yeeted him out the window? Like, I don't know this. Yeah, it's just so many weird little things they decided to either cut or change that just, for some reason, like I said, you wouldn't think it would, but it actually does, like, drastically change the mood.
I personally or not prefer. But why do you flop there every time?
Same thing. It's that fodder for some reason always does that. At least to me, I don't see it happen to so much for other people. I don't. Maybe it's
Oops, I
just the
fucked
way
up.
maybe it's just the way we're hitting the dragon or something, like a certain spot. I don't know.
I'm ignoring that 10 gem. It's fine.
Yeah, like I have the exact same thing every time I free that dragon. The fodder there just throws me like 30 feet in the air. I don't know why. You got it.
I don't
Man,
know how I got that.
man, you jumped too. That's the same problem I have. Is that shit? I either jump too. Well, no, yeah, I either jump too early or too late. I haven't figured out the sweet spot.
I still don't know how I hit that. Like I tried it and I was like, whatever, I'm not gonna hit it, I'm gonna lose like a second, it's whatever. And then I supercharged.
Yeah, I don't know. I never really had a problem with it. I don't know what I do differently than you, but I've never really missed that. I don't think it's like a specific spot or anything. Okay, what the fucking hell happened there?
Is it because I jumped?
Maybe, but I've jumped there too, and haven't missed it.
Now I feel like I'm going slower than usual. I definitely am, because you can't make that turn that easily.
This damn game. The game's like, I giveth, now I taketh away. I gave you that supercharge in high caves, but I'll take away this one.
Yeah,
I gotta even this shit out.
Pretty good at getting that guy too. I remember when I saw like I think you were like the first person I saw do that, and I was like, this shit's gonna be hard. But it's like, nah, not really. I've missed it like once or twice.
I don't know why. It's like the easiest flame charge to do for some reason. I struggle with the ones on the thieves, but that one I get every time. I don't know why. It's the mechanic doesn't change. It's probably just a mental thing, I guess.
Probably. Still doing this the way that I'm used to doing it.
I'm still trying to figure out the spot on the wall. There's one of the spots on the wall there. If you charge it perfectly, you'll just kill that thief through the wall. I haven't figured that out yet. I've seen, of course, one of the people I've seen do it is Wally. Of course, he knows how to do that.
I need this life. I would have gotten this life earlier if I realized how low I was.
Nice. That was nice.
I'm always scared of doing that because I need to start getting in the habit of killing those enemies, but it's like I'm always so scared.
You can flame all three of those chests real quick.
Yeah, but I don't trust my flame charge.
No, not flame charge, just normal flame before you even land on the platform. The flame's wide enough to get all three of those if you just if you aim it right.
Oh.
And then sparks by the time you land on the platform, all the gems will be on the ground, so sparks will just pick all of them up real quick.
Don't know if I need this guy's 5 gems. Since I still don't really know this route that well, I'm still kind of collecting like safety gems.
Yeah.
Just because I need to make sure that I'm getting enough gems. Because again, like I said, I feel like every time I've done this route, even though this is like my 4th time doing it, like I feel like I've been under-gemmed every single time. And Laura was having the exact same issue, and I was like, I'm gonna try putting in Bite Caves, or like the first part of Bite Caves. That should hit.
I think so. It was weird how he hovered low there.
I might have been a bit too high.
But I think you might have still gotten it, because I saw the pause in his animation, so... But I don't know if that confirms you got it or not.
Thank you.
That's fine. For fuck's sake.
That's fine, because apparently Laura says it saves time to leave them. I don't know how it does, but apparently it does.
Oh, okay.
And plus, you probably have had this happen too, and you don't know how, but it's very common that you'll flame that guy, and the game will be like, no, you didn't.
Oh, yeah, no, I've had that. I've seen the fucking hitboxes on the flame hit him before, and it just not register.
Yeah, it's only the fight levels that seem to be like that. Oh, is that why it saves time? He's perfectly positioned so you can just do that.
I guess I haven't. I always have struggled getting the top plane, so I haven't even actually had
Or
that
gold? Yeah, gold, baby. Now let's
yet.
see if I actually got that Boldar's good. Because that was really funky. I did.
You got it. I
Yeah,
hear you doing
literally
that.
once I think it was Toto, he was like, it's a camera manipulation thing. I was like, oh, okay. And I fucking figured it out. I was like, okay, so I'll just make the camera like take as much time to turn to me as possible. And ever since I learned that, it's been so much easier to get it.
Yeah, I'm still sketchy on Boulder Skip, but I normally have camera issues with one anyway, so I'm not surprised. It's probably gonna take me a while to figure it out.
What's that? Is that like Wi-Fi here in the background?
Huh?
Is it like your Wi-Fi here in the background, or is that like your dog doing something?
She was talking right now, but not
Oh.
right
Hi,
now.
wife.
She's watching something, so you're probably hearing that too.
Tell
that's
Wi-Fi
probably
say
what
hi.
you're hearing. Yoga says hi, Steph.
Oh, Steph, that's a nice name.
Babe. Nah, she's doing too.
Babe, Yoga says hi! This is
She,
important! He's my friend!
turn off the Netflix. Yeah, no, she's doing to her show.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh.
She's been binging Naruto, so.
Oh, nice. Is she watching, what's it called? First of all, dub or sub?
Dub dub with subs.
Okay.
But you normal dub, yeah. Not.
And is she watching, what's it called?
She was like,
Hmm?
I don't know if it's an option on Netflix to have
It
the
is. I
Japanese
think it
audio.
is.
It is. Oh, okay. But either way, she was saying she gets a kick out of the watching the English dub, and because it also has subtitles of what they're supposed to be saying in Japanese versus the English
Oh,
dubs.
yeah, because sometimes they'll say, like,
Yeah.
what the hell or something. Or shit,
Yeah,
I think, every now and again.
yeah. So she said she actually gets a kick out of hearing the English dub and then seeing how completely different it is from actually what they're actually saying in Japanese with the subtitles converted. So yeah.
Is she watching the filler episodes, or does she have, like, a list of, like, where to skip the filler stuff? Because it does have a lot of filler.
I'm not sure. I think she's probably just watching all the filler episodes too. I haven't seen her really skip anything.
It's really weird because there's a lot, like at the way end of the series, it's just almost exclusively filler until the last episode of the original series, which is like whatever, right? Except for the last episode, only the first half, for some reason, or last half, sorry, is canon.
Yeah.
It's very bizarre.
Hmm.
And Shippuden also had this very weird problem too, where, well, no, Shippuden is it's a weird beast, because the thing is, like, with Shippuden, they weren't finished with it when they were working on it. So there's a lot of what's it called? Like, there's a lot of filler because they straight up just did not have they didn't have things to work with.
So they actually, by them trying to get episodes done before they had all they needed, they basically have they legitimately have episodes that are not canon.
Yeah, that's what the filler episodes are for, because they're filler. It's just, waiting for the canon stuff to pop up. And the thing is,
that's
with
weird, though.
yeah,
like I would think it would still be canon, but just basically like kind of just a waste of an episode, but not actually be considered not canon though.
Well, that's why it's called filler, I guess, is because it's just filler. It's just filler stuff. But the thing is, like, the weird thing is like the reason why Shippuden is so bad with filler is because they just the manga, the actual comic, you could say, they weren't done. Like they were not done. So there's a lot of extra, like, pointless, filler content that they don't need, or just to, like, fill in the gap until they add more chapters.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Basically, it was the whole Walking Dead complex where they were catching up real quick around like season 3, season 4, and they were just coming up with shit. Yeah.
Yeah, more or less, and it's just not canon to the story. It's just stuff to hold you over until the actual thing is. Because the problem with those kind of animes is they're called shonen jumps, and shonen jumps, the gist is they're like weekly shows on in Japan. Like it's a weekly ordeal. I'm getting that fucking stupid dragon in advance too because I'm not having that shit happen to me again. But it's like a weekly series there, and they're very very strict. I think with how it's like distributed or whatever. So it has to be weekly. Like they can't skip a week unless, say, like a tragedy or something happens, like in the country of Japan or something.
Yeah, true. But that's why I was like, I was confused because filler doesn't necessarily mean not canon because of, stuff like Walking Dead, where basically all of season 5 was all filler, but it was just all filler and just, I mean, Rick just sitting there with his head down for fucking 2 seasons, all depressed and shit. The whole thing was all filler, but unfortunately, it's all still canon. It was a giant waste of time, but it's still fucking canon. So, like, it doesn't necessarily mean it's not canon if it's filler, but for some things like that, I wish it was considered not canon.
I think it's more of a Japanese like anime thing where they it's just not filler, or it's not canon. Sorry,
yeah.
They make it not canon for Japanese anime.
I didn't even know that. I just learned that, so that's cool. There's definitely things here that I wish that applied to that were just fucking giant wastes of nothing. That they could just, oh yeah, it's just not canon. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so that means people like me and my friend who we wanted to rewatch Naruto because we watched it like when we were younger. We wanted to rewatch it, but we didn't really want to watch the filler. So people will literally put, because it's not canon, it literally just doesn't matter. So people would just put up they'll put up guides online and be like, this is how you watch the show if you want to ignore the filler stuff because you don't want to watch that, like, because it's it's not important. And then when you do that, you might miss like 100 episodes because filler for those shows can be actually really bad. So you might miss like 100 episodes, right? But you'll still be like right back in where the story is, just because of how their filler is.
Yeah, shit. I like, speaking of Walking Dead still, I wish I could say even the comic stuff wasn't fucking canon because the writer went against his own canon that he stated from day one was that the whole point of the comic series, and it was going to carry over to the TV series and everything, was that it's all supposed to be from Rick's point of view. Like, that's the actual, that's the main point of Walking Dead, is supposed to be from one guy's perspective of everything. It's supposed to be Rick. He's like, that's canon, that's not going to change. He literally said when Rick dies, like, that's the end of the series. And then...
If Rick dies. Did he die? I don't know. Yeah. You can spoil it for me.
Oh, no, yeah. Last year, he fucking wrote him off. He killed him in the comics. So he literally... I've never seen someone break their own canon before. Well... Not true, but not on a grand of scale as that. With the main character, you come out and say that canon is, the whole canon, like, point of the story is from one person's point of view, and then you kill that person off, like,
At that point, how do you tell the story?
Yeah, 6 years into the comic, and you just completely change your mind and be like, oh no, never mind, I'm gonna keep going. It's not, what I said's not true after all. Haha, like, wait, what? Why? I mean,
have you seen Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
You know how Walter White dies and that's the end?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. I like that stuff.
Yeah,
that's how it should stay. It's like, hey, if the main character dies, then
that's how it should have been. And then what made it even weirder is, okay, they killed him off for seemingly no reason also, so that also fucking sucks when they do shit like that. So he's dead. He's killed off in the comics, for sure. But in the show, his future's still in the air because they don't want to kill him on the show yet. So now I'm like, okay,
is that
what
Norman
did you...
Reedus' character? I haven't watched the Walking Dead.
No, it's that Andrew something. I forgot.
I just know Norman Reedus because he's hot.
Yeah, no, Reedus is holy crap, how did I forget his character's name?
Ask your wife, she'll know.
Durrell. You gotta say it with the accent, Daryl, because
Dural.
it's not Daryl because it's not with an A. So it's when it like forces you to use a southern accent to say
Is it
it,
actually
Daryl.
with a U? Dural.
It's with Deuryl. So it's literally like you literally have to pronounce it like that, the way it's spelled, like
That's
Daryl.
funny. I like that. Romper, stop.
At least I think it's with a U. I could be wrong and it could just be E. But either way, that still makes you pronounce it like Daryl or whatever. You still have to pronounce it weird either way, so. But yeah, so it's just really weird because the guy who writes the comics also does the show, so everyone's just like, okay, well, so you completely lied to us about the canon of the comic because you said the whole point of it was one person's point of view, and obviously that's bullshit because you killed off Rick in the comics, but he's still alive in the series, so did you just, like, transfer your canon to the series now, or what? Like, what's the deal, you know?
Tell us what's in. Man, I love getting sparks loose.
And he loves to be very vague about this shit with both when it comes to the stuff he writes in this comic series or the stuff that they shoot for the TV series. I don't know why he thinks he needs to be so vague because it's not like as it is the motherfucker literally takes 2 months to write one fucking issue of the comics, so he takes his sweet ass fucking time. He really doesn't have room and like to keep people in suspense. Like if it was a weekly thing, he'd be like, oh, just wait till next week, you can see, you know, you'll find out soon. But no, the motherfucker takes his sweet ass time and vacations twice while in the middle of writing the next one. Comes out 2 months later, and by the time it comes out, everyone already forgot about what they were trying to find out, you know? Like, what was I looking for in this next issue? It's been so long, I don't even remember. What? Like, what was I looking forward to 2 months ago? I don't fucking know. I can only remember, like, a couple days ago.
Alright, can I hit this? No!
Oh,
no!
no! Oh,
Why the
great.
bonk? Why the bonk?
That's grade A bullshit. I even saw him stop charging too. So how?
It's okay. I just want to hit sub 50.
That was premium bullshit.
Yeah, how the fuck did that happen? I've never seen that. I've never bonked on the fan.
Yeah, I know you just want to get any sub 50, but for some, in my opinion, this is the most frustrating thing because for some reason, this screw up is the one that seems to cost so much fucking time.
It does, because then it's safer to do it the legit way. Actually, I think it's technically faster at that point to do it the legit way.
It literally cost me, when I screwed that up, almost like 30 seconds.
Yeah, and it costs a lot of time, too. Like, let's
like,
go by my splits, it basically cost me 20 seconds.
Yeah, like, you think about, like, at least in my run, that's the most time-costly fucking fuck up, because you mess up Mama Proxy, okay, it's like, as long as you still have a rest of like, a fast clip town, you can still only be off, like, okay, you're fine, just jump, yeah. Even as long as you still have like a good fast clip town, you can still only be off by like 12-15 seconds. It's not that bad. You screw up bike caves, like I said, even the worst bike caves I had was only cost me like 10 seconds. But that fucking treetops there, it's like always like super long, 30 seconds fucking gone. And close to the end of the run too, really fucking hurts.
It'd be worse, it could be, I guess, Dreamweavers. Because Dreamweavers is like quite literally the end, so.
Jock is also really annoying too, but that just comes down to just you not getting screwed by, depending on what you do, mostly just not getting screwed by movement and not getting, if you try to go for fucking single cake or not.
Yeah, I don't go for single cake. I'm fine with doing double cake, especially because of the fact that I seem to be able to do double cake not only fairly easily, but oh fuck, I was not paying attention to that. I do double cake pretty easily, and for the most part I can still get like a, what's it called? if I'm fast enough, which usually I am, I can get both the cakes really. You know, I can jump back on it and then jump over the platform real fast.
Yeah, I usually do both. I usually do single cake to go up to get the 2 10s and the key. But then I just don't take the chance. I just get both of them on the way down for a double kick to jump across. Most of the time they're in a good position, but sometimes, yeah, they'll bitch. Or sometimes I'll have a weird bullshit happen where I'll flame both of them, but for some reason it doesn't register that I flamed both of them, and they'll be there in their stupid counting down animation, but the cake won't even go up to a single cake. I've had that happen before, and that's just straight up bullshit. I've had them,
I've
so I
never
have to
had that
wait.
happen
I,
before.
I have to wait there for them to fucking pop up out of their stupid little dazed clock animation, whatever, which is like fucking 6 seconds, and then flame them again, and then get the cake. I've had that happen at least like 6 times, where I'll flame both of them, and just for some reason the game just goes, duh.
Doink!
What am I supposed to do? Oh, I'm supposed to raise that thing for you? Nah, I don't feel like it.
I'm pretty perfect on gems right now, which is nice. I'm still over gemming somewhere, and I need to figure out where it is because it might be. It actually might be the bike caves.
You got everything except the 10, so you should be alright. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take Spyro outside.
Hey, Spyro. 6,000 on the dot. Perfect. Like in Portland, man. I got this. Oh, why did I charge? No, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Slow way. I'll survive, and it ate my input. Nice. Probably the lag. Shoot, I need a fodder. I should have got a fodder. Script on Portland Man ruined everything. A slow way now. Hello? Whirlwind? Yeah, whatever, you fat. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's go.
Sorry I took so long.
Shout out to Laura for helping me out immensely.
Nasty Nork is toast.
So now there's order again in the Dragon Kingdom?
Well, mostly. I've still got some treasure to pick up.
What will you do next?
I'd say the sky's the limit.
Dude, I saw that. Congratulations. My mom called like I was saying earlier, so I was talking to her about stuff, but so I couldn't talk.
It's
But
fine.
dude, you got it. You fucking got it, dude. Badass.
Not even just sub 50, sub 49.
Damn, I need to start doing your route. Cause what is my PB? I don't even remember my PB.
It's 48 something. I think it's like 48.30, I want to say. 30 something.
Yeah. Alright, I need to do your route.
Oh, yes, that feels good. Especially because I know... So I don't know if you saw it, but I missed Portly Man like 3 times.
Oh shit, and you still got... Wow. Dude, oh, so you would have beaten me if you got a first try, probably.
Yeah, easily. I mean, honestly, I don't care about beating you. I just want to beat fucking Cody.
Well, what does Cody have right now?
Well, it's like a 47 something.
Oh, for fuck's sake, how do you get a
So,
47?
I missed Stone Knot. I think I fucked up somewhere else. So yeah, missed Stone Knot. Fucked up somewhere else, I'm pretty sure. I couldn't skip the main area in Twilight Harbor because I had green sparks, and I need at least blue sparks to even attempt that. And I fucked up Portly Man like three times. And I didn't even get like the fast Portly Man too. I came in at a weird angle and I just went with the slow one. So I was like, this isn't working clearly. So I was like, screw it. And I honestly underestimate how fast Nasty Nork is, because I think when I landed in there, I had like a minute and either 15 or 25 seconds remaining. If I wanted to hit sub 49, and I managed to get it.
Oh, then, yeah, you're looking at 47s for sure, dude. That's fucking badass. Fucking proud of you, man.
Oh, and I just want to beat Cody too.
You'll do it. You do it. I'm gonna start doing your route, and I'll aim to beat